here? Got it. Do I say leave meeting? Got it. Okay. All right, now, good. It's one-ish. It's time for the meeting. This is our monthly insurance meeting. For those of you who don't know, the lady up there on the corner who with the hat, who's freezing her buns off because she's in New York, is Mary, and Mary lives in Southampton,
Yeah, and I apologize, Tony. Today, I'm using my sister, Mary's computer. My name is Suzanne.
I know.
Sorry.
Oh, I meant to
Sorry,
say,
Antoinette. Yeah, but I just wanted to be distinctive and wear the hat to make everybody laugh and appreciate where you are.
I've already talked to Suzanne this morning, and she asked how the weather was in West Palm Beach. And I told her, I had to tell her this, it's gorgeous,
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous today. So as we shall go on, okay, the first thing on the agenda, I did not send you an agenda. Remind me, Suzanne, from now on, I'll add you on the list. You are, if you wish to be, you can be a member of the committee.
Okay.
We had discussed that already.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Attendance. Okay.
We got it. We got it.
You got it?
Yes.
Mike is going to do the attendance.
It's done. Already done.
Okay, terrific. That's done. Did you read last month's meeting minutes? Any questions, changes? You believe it? You don't
Yes,
believe it?
it's Jackie Carlin, not Jack Carlin.
That's okay. I'm sorry. And by the way, I asked Joyce, and she said that Jackie's getting much better with her speech and stuff like that, but she's very upset because it's, physical therapy takes a while, and she's, it ain't easy. Ask David, ask me. It ain't easy. So anyhow, it's good to do. What do I keep getting you, Mary?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Tony, you're going to take minutes for this meeting because John Hess isn't here.
I am.
Okay.
There's a nice blank sheet of, couple of blank sheets of paper. So I am taking the meeting. If you look, please, over the meeting minutes for last month, if you think anything was incorrect or you're not happy about it, let me know. I'll give you a few minutes to look them over. Oh, I also invited Richard Handelsman to this meeting. But and
Thought he was in rehab.
Huh?
Thought he was in rehab.
He is in rehab, but I got to talking with him. I called him up. I was interested. And he said that he has his computer and he has his phone. So, I think I gave his information to Joanne last early part, Monday. So anyhow, he's doing better. But once again, the physical therapy is really a pain in the tushy. He's someplace in North Palm Beach, but I didn't know the one. It starts with a B or something. It wasn't like poor little Haven where I went to, Manicare. You want to run away as fast as you can. Okay, are we okay with the minutes? Any problem with them? Okay, then we'll go on. The next topic on our agenda is updates on ongoing claims. Now, these are the claims I keep getting you as much as I want to.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, what should I do here? What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Hold on a second.
How about that?
Wait a minute. I just kicked myself out.
Oh,
Let's see. There we go. And I still have you.
you
Okay,
do?
I'm gonna, yeah. I want to get, that's what I want. I want to get this.
All right, so where we at the agenda, Tony?
Okay, Camden G.
There we go.
Camden G.
Yes. Okay, Camden G. I'll be honest with you. If he could, if Donald will please give us an update. I have the last I heard was there was a gentleman who had cut his hand on, if you see the pictures, their stairway is falling apart. And he hurt his hand. If you, the last I heard from him is he's not gonna make a claim. He's the tennis pro here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Jock something or other, I don't know. Anyhow,
I saw the pictures. I think Donald made some pictures.
mhm.
Yes,
My initial thoughts are concrete stairs don't just snap that way. Somebody moved something on that stairway heavy and busted those stairs.
and
Okay,
it always happens on the weekend, Dave, so that usually means a refrigerator or a furniture delivery or removal.
Yeah, exactly. But no one is stepping up to admit this, yes?
well, no one will, nobody's gonna step up to do this.
Right, of course, God forbid.
So, so bottom line is, so I did talk to the lady and she wanted to know if any part of it was covered by insurance. I said, I'm really sorry. However, if they did find out that it was a worker doing, lifting, and pushed it like with a refrigerator or a heavy piece of furniture, yes, it would be covered. It would be, I told her that the secret is sudden and
Accidental,
incidental.
accidental.
Blech. Anyhow, no, I told her there's nothing.
Is that gonna be,
I
is the
haven't
building
checked
gonna be
for-
red tagged?
That's what I want to know from Donald.
I don't know if that's the case. It was reported to Palm Beach County Code Enforcement. There is a complaint number. It'll be followed up on if it hasn't already by code enforcement.
Okay, fair enough. Here's the deal, and everybody should know. What happens is, as soon as it gets red tagged, either Donald will find out from the permit department or I can, that this association had been red tagged. I then write a letter to the association advising them that if they are red tagged, there is a possibility that they can be removed from the UCO insurance program, okay? With all the bells and whistles, okay?
And the best way to check for that, Tony, is
Uh-huh.
a notice of violation will almost certainly be sent to the association. If the situation isn't straightened out, it will go on the special magistrate's docket, which I check every month.
Okay, terrific.
So-
I'm using you as the first eyes to find out whether or not there's been a red flag. We cannot have association with red flags in the program. We have to make the program something that's you aspire to, and we're not trying to kick them off because we enjoy kicking them off. What we want them to do is within a certain 6 months or so to fix the air, the thing, so we can get them back. We never want to let anybody get out of our program. It's the best deal around, bar none. And, everybody knows, so.
Okay, Norwich B, should we move on to that?
Yes, Norwich B is still, I talked to the president over there and she said everything's good, but she needs permits permit department to okay some permits so that they can get started. They're basically, what they've done is it looks like they've used downstairs. Okay, there's two. The issue is that on a corner, the second floor came down into the first floor because they took out the bearing. What they're basically, yeah, but this is also an association with some issues. The issues being that they, in addition to taking the bearing thing out, they also have termite damage on their floors.
Oh, boy.
So, yes. So they've already been on the they've been red tagged for 2 years now. And, I basically, I don't know whether we're going to go into 2024. being red tagged. Bottom line is red tag, they also have a bigger problem in that they cannot get at any price, at any price, property insurance. Okay, so they have been going there without property insurance. And but they finally got a bank that will help them.
Tony, if you like, I can give the committee a concise update of what's going on over there.
Sure,
The,
I
uh,
appreciate it. Thank you.
The board has approved a special assessment.
Mhm.
The board has secured financing from a bank and contracted with a general contractor.
Yeah.
They have filed for permits. And I confirm that those permits are on on the record. So it's just a matter of them waiting for the permits to come through and getting the work on the schedule.
Okay,
And they have financing lined up.
Financing has been secured.
Okay,
yes,
okay. Next,
2
Waltham.
years. This has been going on for 2 years.
Okay,
So thank
Waltham.
God it's, and they're not, at one time there was talk, Donald can tell you about removing those two units on the end.
That association is still under a demolition order
Mhm.
and
Okay, Waltham E, can we go on to that one?
Yes.
Hold on, guys. Have we actually checked that permits have been applied for?
Yes,
I have,
I
and
have.
I have the permit numbers, Dave.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Yes.
Any questions
won't-
about Norwich? Any questions about Norwich B? All right, Tony, would you like me to move on to Waltham E?
Thank you very much, Donald. I'm
Okay.
eating.
You enjoy your sandwich.
Thank you.
Let's keep it moving. Waltham E, last month, the association knowingly allowed a unit owner to remove a load-bearing wall.
Hmm.
He approved a non-permitted, non-engineered header, which they thought was gonna hold the building up. Turns out not. So they have a problem. Now, this association has been advised by their attorney and their property manager that they must themselves engage an engineer to oversee any repairs that are done there, whether it's done by the unit owner or by the association. My information is that this association has ignored all professional advice. Work is continuing. The unit owner is being permitted to make the necessary repairs at his own expense and also engage the engineer. Which everyone told them is a no-no, but they went ahead and did it anyway. They simply do not want to venture any association funds to do that.
I don't think they have, Donald, I don't think they have them. The
No,
last I,
As
the
you and
last I heard
as
was
you and I have
30,000.
discussed, Tony, there's no such thing as not having any money. The answer to not having money is special assessment. And they don't want to be bothered with that either. So this is a situation where you have an association that's ignoring all professional advice, including from their insurance profession.
I told them,
So we're gonna keep track of this, but you know.
no, we
it's a
have,
problem.
we've notified, once again, we've notified Assured Partners that that this association has been red tagged. And I've given them 6 months up until mid-September to make the corrections, to get rid of the red tag. If they do not, once again, there's a possibility that they will be leaving the program, okay?
All right, there's
Not
another.
saying, or we,
there's a-
and just remember that we do have an obligation to get insurance for these, no
Mhm.
matter how bad they are.
Mhm.
But the only thing we have the power to do is get them out of the program if they do not, if they're red tagged, okay? So they're
All
red
right.
tagged.
All right, issue number 2 with Waltham E is that the resident in the upper apartment, the one above the
Yeah, he's still living there.
He's still living there. He was ordered to leave by the county. And the association was advised by their attorney and their property manager, you and me, that that guy is not in a safe situation and should be out of there. All that's holding up his floor are the shoring and bracing that CR1 put up.
Mhm.
And they made it very clear that they don't warrant that man should be living up there. Right?
Absolutely.
The
I
man's-
told him.
All
Does he
right?
does he have HO6?
No, they did not. I
Neither
know, of
unit
course
owner
not.
have an HO6.
Of course he doesn't. Nobody has an HO6. So, and once again, it's the issue of, he said, are you gonna pay for me to live someplace?
If he had an HO6 policy, which all unit owners should
automatically go.
have, he would have loss of use coverage and he'd be living in a hotel right now, but
That's about it. And oh, by the way,
Thank
they're
you.
very expensive because remember, we're in season.
yeah.
Yeah,
Most of the
Dominic, nice to
most
see
of the HO6 policies have about $3,000 worth of loss of use.
mhm.
Unless you stipulate for a higher value, $3,000 won't last you very long in a hotel.
Not during season.
Okay,
Okay.
next one, number 4.
Number 4 is once again, we're gonna get, this is a quickie, multi-factor, how we doing? The reason this is gonna be on every monthly meeting, because we promised, travelers and assured partners that we would get an answer, that we would get this coverage by,
Tony, based on the complaints
6
I'm
months.
getting, Tony, based on the complaints I'm getting from the volunteers at UCO and all departments, I'd
Mhm.
say that two-step multi-factor authentication is in place. Everyone's having trouble getting into their computers, which is good,
okay,
right?
okay. So he's, and do we have any documentation from Steve saying it's done?
I
Can
probably
we
have,
get-
I probably have an email, but if I don't, I'll make sure you get one, okay?
Okay, good. And this way we'll send it on to travelers. I want to thank you all for the cooperation.
All right,
It's, all right. Next one is, we're a little light on, committee members. Officers we've got, of course, but we need some committee members. Suzanne is one. We do need them. Okay, so
Tony,
I'm actually
Tony, I have some recommendations from you. I'll send you those in an email.
terrific.
All right?
Great. Okay, next one, Mike, please. Thank you. Number 6.
Okay, the next is, this is a list of the associations with old roofs and some of them with old mitigation reports. As it turns out, this relates to the 2-story gable end apartments in the village. There's approximately 265 of them, and it's about 86% of the associations in Central Village. Now, what we found, I mean, and it's updated from time to time, but currently there appear to be 121 of these with old roofs, 51 with outdated roof mitigation reports, and 22 or a few more have toenails as the root of attachment. And Patricia and then some of the vice presidents have been very good. We've been sending out emails to all the associations telling them they have an old roof and there's insurance issues. Often the email comes back as undelivered or wrong, and you can ask Patricia about how many people respond and want to do anything. So what we've been doing last couple weeks is we get requests from the broker for an HO6 policy. And we're indicating that the mitigation report is outdated and the roof is old. And what we're doing is sending the name and address of the president or the treasurer of the association and telling them that perhaps if they need a new mitigation report, they should talk directly to the board of the building. Does anybody have objection to that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, this is the time to discuss it.
You tell them to go on Sunbiz and get their own information. We shouldn't be giving out names, phone numbers, or email addresses of any officer.
Thank you.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay, well,
Well,
Okay,
don't
can
understand-
we
No.
make a decision about that? Go ahead.
Tony, we have never given out names, phone numbers, and addresses of any officer. And
Or anyone for that matter.
or anyone. And one of the reasons is that some of our paperwork has not been updated in 5 or 6 years. And we've had recently where the president has died, vice president doesn't live in Century Villages, and they have no officers, and we're handing out this information to brokers, insurance companies, et cetera. We don't want to be giving this information out. We don't know if it's correct.
Okay?
That's fine.
Does everybody feel the same way? Okay,
So-
basically, all we were trying to do is try and get these people to update the mitigation reports and update their roofs wherever possible so they can save money. We're not in the business, we have no this nefarious backroom reasons for wanting this information or wanting to share. it. All we're trying to do is put a fire under some of these associations. And believe me, Mike is, I mean, I gotta really, and let me tell you something, if he finds out that the officers are incorrect, he usually sends one, or Carolyn does, sends the form to them to ask them to fill it out. You know, if this is really a resource. But I know how you feel about giving out the names. I know how that is. And it is what it is. You make the decisions, you know, we can vote on it. I
I don't see what the problem is, Tony. These are matters of public record.
they're in Sunbiz, hon, you know what I mean?
But it's
However, it isn't in Sunbiz. We don't, there's no emails and there's no telephone numbers in Sunbiz. They're only addresses.
they're just names.
No, I understand. Yes, you're right. The names of the officers are public record, though.
Mhm. Yeah, yes, they are, but you know, whatever. Whatever the committee makes a decision to do, Mike will do, okay? But I just wanted you to be aware of what we do and why we do it. Okay?
So what we can do, when the broker asks for the mitigation report, we can say the report is outdated, the homeowner, the client needs to contact their association and get the-
President.
Well, and we won't give out any names or addresses. That's fine. I just
No,
want
no.
to know what to do.
Okay,
Right,
that's it.
Our client is the association, not the individual homeowner or their agent. They should always be referred to their association or their property manager.
Okay, fine,
good.
that's it. We'll just
Okay.
tell them to please get in touch with their now, what happens if they call and say, oh, I don't know who the president of the association is? Do we send them a copy of Sunbiz and say, looky, here it
No, so
is?
They can go to Sunbiz on their own.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So we got next thing is two pictures.
Excuse me, hon?
The next thing is the two pictures where they're correcting the toenail.
I want to.
Oh,
Comment on the other
yes.
part.
Okay, wait a minute, okay.
We're gonna go back to number 6, please.
If it's a realtor, they can come into Century Village and knock on the door of the people that have the information that's on Sunbiz. They're allowed to come in with, if they show their realtor's license at the gate, they can
But
access.
these are HO6 agents, not real estate agents.
These are
You
agents.
said that
They're
both of
attorneys.
them are there. You said sometimes it's realtors that are asking for it.
No, I meant broker, real estate.
Okay.
Well,
For
we have-
realtor, they can
there's
get
a
in and
few-
knock on the door.
There's a few in the last couple of weeks, actually. I've had a couple of people I dealt with as agents, and they've now told me they're realtors, and they asked me if I would give them any leads. And I just didn't answer, okay, because I'm not in the business of giving realtors leads.
I mean, I don't think it's appropriate for this office to even inform a person on the other end of a telephone that association's wind mitigation report is out of date. It's none of their business. It's not for us to
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Like I said, Mike, if you would please, let's do kudos when we can, because we don't have too often that we do it, but I think we actually should do it in this case, since we have Dominic here with us.
Oh, well, the last page are pictures where the roofing contractor has removed the plywood along the wall of the building, has installed metal straps to get rid of the toenail.
Well, that's good.
We have, and the list that I had paid up here, there are a couple of associations that have a brand new roof and a new mitigation report, and they have toenails. They didn't correct it because the association didn't talk with the real estate or with the roofing contractor to get it done beforehand. And now they have a 20-year roof with toenails, and they'll lose a significant part of the discount from the HO6 policy. I don't know if Dominic,
There's a little carryover. If they're using a 300-pound square of roofing as opposed to 180, they're getting more body and so
Weight,
forth,
down weight.
holding that roof down. So there is some leeway there that wasn't there when they were dealing with a 180-pound roof.
okay,
Okay, well, Dominic, actually, the truth of the matter is, we just wanted to thank you, because you were the discoverer of the hole in the roof, weren't you?
Yes.
well, in this case,
There he is.
in this case, they didn't cut a slot, they just removed 1 4x8 sheet of plywood
Yeah.
down the wall.
Right.
So I put these pictures so that you could maybe tap them out and give them to somebody if they had a question. But the association really needs to know if they have toenails and correct it before they talk with the contractor.
And I think are we allowed to do this? And this is what because this is something I want Mike to do. If he would please get those people with old roofs that have toenails and at least advise them.
We've sent
Yeah.
emails to everyone with an old roof last July.
Mhm.
Most of them
Well-
came back as undeliverable or wrong address.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, we got no reply. A few people with new board members have come in, and when they ask about it, we go through the mitigation report. We show them the date of the report, the age of the roof, and the roof attachment, and then answer any questions that we have. Plus, we have printout from Assured Partners as to the effect of old roof on the premium analysis.
Okay, good. So, anybody got any thoughts about how we can handle some of this stuff? Always open to new thoughts. See, that's why we need new people, because we don't have any new thoughts anymore.
Well, if you
Okay.
look at if you look at the option sheets from last year, some of the associations with an old roof and claim are paying $9,000 and $10,000 more in premium per year. And these are the folks that don't have money in the reserve account in the first place.
Yeah.
So they're going deeper and deeper in the hole.
Yes,
I
they
don't-
are.
I don't know if, would
I
it
don't
be, at the delegates meeting, would it be possible to publish a list of people with toenails and not try to downgrade them, but to say that they could improve their premiums if they got an upgrade?
Then we do that for the people with the toenails, and then you'll have everybody else asking you what else they can do. Bottom line is, you cannot turn your nose up at a new roof. It's as simple as this. American Coastal is not interested in insuring people with old roofs. We learned with Irma, if we go through the list of Irma claims, all of them were old roofs. You know, it was like a party, you know. Yeah, we set up a table and give away here. If you have an old roof, come here. Why not? How are we going to tell the difference between Irma loss and the fact that these were just old buildings and falling apart? And that's what happened. We paid a lot of old roofs.
Mm.
And that's what American Coastal doesn't want to do anymore. You know, if you have a new roof and you get damage, hurricane damage, that's fair. That's fair. You've done your part. You've got a new roof. to let your roof intentionally get old, waiting for the next big wind is disgraceful. It's disgraceful for you, and it's disgraceful for what the program's trying to do. You're making a mockery out of it. You're causing the premiums to go up for the remainder of the people who bought their own roofs, including me and including you all. So I rest my case. I got a big mouth. You know how I am. Okay.
Can't they tie that into the mitigation report on hand?
It's on file.
Yeah,
The roof
it
date,
is on
the roof
file.
replacement date is on the mitigation report.
But what happens when we have we have people with 2010 mitigation.
No.
You know, that's the 2010 mitigation reports are the mitigation reports that David let us do against everybody, and we almost got our asses cacked off
No,
because we went out and spent UCO's money for the association because we had no baseline. We had no baseline mitigation report. The baseline is 2010, and some of these people haven't gotten a new mitigation since 2010. And they don't care.
Can't the insurance company
Uh-huh.
tie their claim against the mitigation report?
They tie it up against the age of the building. Mike's done a few little things and figured out just how much. Mike, how much does an old roof cost some of these people?
Well, if you look at the statistics of a quadrant like Bedford or Andover,
Mhm.
have an average increase for the 12 or 14 associations. The numbers, there's not really enough numbers to do confidence intervals and p-values, but if you look at the averages, say in Andover, the average increase was 30–40%. If you had a new roof and no claims, you paid about 6 or 7% less than the average. If you had an old roof with claims, some of them were paying 14 and 15% above the average. But when you get into the fact of a new roof and no claims and, there's not enough numbers to get an accurate number. But if you take the two outliers, the new roof and no claims and old roof with claims, there's almost a 20% difference in the premium.
That's not true, but that's okay.
Okay, well,
I know instances where
I know instances too, but I just did it on average.
where a person put a claim in and paid $900 less than an association of equal value that paid for their own roof. And they put a claim in and got paid for a roof 3 years after. Tony knows, you know who I'm talking about.
I certainly do. And I'm the one that told assured partners that they had a claim and he just took us.
And
You
they
know,
just didn't- they
We
don't care.
don't, something. Mike is right. We don't really have enough of what we want. But bottom line is, there's always these areas where something wasn't right. And it is, I'm sorry, but I opened my mouth and I told them, and I did the best I could to get it done the right way. Sometimes you win, Fausto, and sometimes you lose. So at my age, I've learned that little secret.
Okay, can we go on
Okay.
to number 7?
We can, if I can find my
It's the
thing.
last page. It's the fine print nobody can read.
17.
My number 7 is, okay.
Yeah. it says
Oh,
number 7.
about the, yeah. Oh, okay, terrific. I think we might have some interest in this. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
do it.
we often get calls or emails, notification of a possible instance, water leak or somebody slipped and fall. So we're keeping a database. When somebody has anything of a notification, we record it and keep it on this database. And then if it turns out to be significant, above the deductible or something that needs to be done further, it goes to Tony and Tony files the claim with Assured Partners. We're finding a number of these have water leaks, but they're below the deductible. So they're considered not filed, but we keep it on record in the event that 2 years down the road, something comes up based on that property damage that wasn't in the deductible that goes up, that we need to cover ourselves. So there are two quadrants. There's a notification on the top and filed or deleted on the bottom. And the ones on the top, most of them are within the last month or two. There must be 14 or 15.
Yeah,
But
basically.
they're
we
on,
will-
Tony, they're on the iDrive and anybody can go look at that if they need to.
Okay, well, bottom line is, no, they don't have access to the iDrive. Only,
Oh, okay, well, I keep it up to date.
It should be restricted.
Fine, if anybody needs
It
it,
is.
if one of the vice presidents needs it, I can print it out and give it to you.
no, I think we should. Bottom line is, here's what I foresee doing. I think that all the officers should be kept abreast of what's going on. The first thing on their list is the association's name. So you all know what your associations are, your responsibilities are. You look at them, you check them out. If you have questions, we can answer them for you. You can see how they go, as a matter of fact. I would like to give them out at least once a month. Okay, so you see that there's plus I want you all to realize how much paper between Mike and myself we handle every single month. These are claims, possible claims, maybe a claim, just a question. I don't know about this. What about that? There are all types of things that go on. And, if you're interested in getting that, it's available. We are giving out for, doesn't cost you a dime. We give it out for free and that's it. We just wanted to know whether or not anybody here would be interested. I get nosy. I love to know what's going on.
Yeah, I would.
Yes, Dan, I see your hand going up.
In 2004, when we had the Direct Eye, Jean and Francis and Wilma in 2005, we had an agreement with the insurance company. If a quarter of the roof is damaged, they had to change the whole roof.
Okay.
90% of the village
I
changed
know.
the roof in 2006, over $10 million in claims.
Yeah, it would not surprise me because you'll find that a lot of the old roofs are 4, 5, and 6s. Yeah, we know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. We lost Donald. Is he bored? Is he coming back?
He'll be back.
Okay. How's every? Is that at the end of our?
That's
is
a
that-
discussion period now.
Okay. Anybody have anything to discuss?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's about the email I had sent you, the description on the insurance in the security contract at the beginning.
I never got it.
Okay, it looks as if the location is only in this building. It has to add up also the square mile of the 309 associations where they reside. It's only one more sentence because it looks, the location of the contract is only here. And they have to mention also the whole square mile too. In insurance, okay? Whatever, in the contract.
Well, I need to see that contract. I haven't seen it.
Okay, the contract is only.
Tony, that contract is available to you in Z Drive. You could just go
Okay.
in and call it, all right?
The security contract? Okay,
Indeed.
fine. All right. If this is Mike tells me this is the discussion period. We went over a form, one of the forms that we make out. It's called the notification. Every piece of paper that comes in. If you send me something, even you, Donald, if you send me something, I make a piece of paper about it, telling what's going on. Like we took care of Greenbrier C this morning,
Good deal.
the mitigation report. That's why, and I asked David about the roof, and he's gonna check that one out.
Okay.
Okay, so is there any questions, anything that's earth shattering? Anything you want to bring up? Otherwise, until, until we meet again, which is next month. I got nothing else, nothing else. All right, so then I'll just say that, well, I need somebody to say it.
Move to
I can't
adjourn.
say it.
Donald makes the motion and Joanne seconds.
Okay, I thank you all for this. Joanne, thank you very
Donald.
much. This is wonderful.
Oh,